All right, so I know lately these days I haven't really been recording reactions to things, but given that this is like a once a generation thing, once a video game console generation thing, I thought, might as well record a reaction and see if it's worth posting. But yeah, we've only got a couple minutes here. I actually haven't pulled the thing up yet. Let's see. Let's go to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Nintendo. Not Twatch. What are you doing? Hesitate to guess what that goes to. All right, so I don't know. I don't really want to do like a bunch of predictions necessarily. I know Sakurai's working on something right now. I know there's been a rumor about a Mario, like a 3D Mario platformer, maybe with Donkey Kong in it. I don't know. I'd love to see some franchises that we didn't actually get on the Switch, like Star Fox or F-Zero, but I'm not holding my breath for either of those. Yeah, I mean, I kind of just want to see what they're gonna give us, so don't want to be too specific about what I want out of it. I have some hopes, but everybody does predictions. I feel like it's a little bit, pointless at this point in my life. I don't know. I've kind of outgrown them, I guess. I don't have this like need to be right about a guess that anybody could have gotten right if they were lucky. But I am excited to see what this friggin' mouse functionality is going to be like. It sounds like if it was an OS level cursor that we could use as an input for any game, like if most shooters supported mouse input, like Splatoon would be like, come on now. Splatoon would be spectacular with mouse control. So plus I have a friend who would actually play with me if it was a mouse control. Okay, so we're starting out. Okay, I had a bit of a technical difficulty, so I'm going to just rewind to the start of the direct. I'd already reacted to the opening of the Mario Kart stuff, but I'm just gonna rewatch it because I feel like that was weird. I might be able to salvage some of that, so if I did, then I'll put that in. I like this new intro, by the way. This is really cool. Okay, so I'm gonna have a second chance to kind of process some of this Mario Kart stuff because I feel like the technical difficulties were really distracting me. So I saw this, really like the harmonica vibes. I already like Donkey Kong's new design from the first look we got at it. So hopefully we see him like more clearly in this footage, but. Graphics are not necessarily technically impressive, but the art style is really good. I like the sort of classic style to it. Did you see how Donkey Kong expressed himself there in a way that was like very readable? Love that. Oh, I just noticed that theme. That's cool. Da, 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 da. So grinding. We've got grinding. We've got wall jumping, which is really cool. You can play as a cow. That's strange, but I guess Moo Moo Meadows, or the Moo Moos, I guess, have their chance to shine finally. So that burger just gives you a new costume in the middle of a race? That's interesting. Am I reading that wrong? This game looks a lot of fun. I didn't notice. Did we get gravity still? Do we have the gravity mechanic still in play? Because that one last track that they showed was very windy. All right, so we've got some devs here. Yes. So these guys are the actual hardware developers, not necessarily game developers, but equally important, I would say. Nice to get some new faces, meet some new people.
Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
People are saying it's going to be kind of open in a way. I don't get that vibe from this footage, but you could play as Lakitu? Lakitu? I actually know how you pronounce that name. I've always said Lakitu. Mountain one looks really cool. Ship one looks really cool. That's a great King Boo. Imagine having to tailor clothing for a Boo-shaped body. You're gonna say 24? Interesting. So kind of open in a way. Oh, so between the courses you are still driving, like in the Grand Prix and then between the courses? Interesting. That's a great outfit. Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another. There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint, you'll be eliminated. So it's a battle royale. Okay. Interesting. People like Diddy Kong Racing fans are probably going crazy right now. So drive wherever your heart takes you. You can also go for scenic drives with friends and even take photos. Oh, that's so good. Hide and seek fans are going to go nuts for this. Abbott. Nice. I feel like I've probably missed out on some. Look how good Donkey Kong looks! Look at the man. These new Donkey Kong design haters, I'll never understand them. I mean, I get it. You're used to something else. But look at, like, objectively, look at the advantages of this design. It's so good. Great launch title. Talk about the mouse, please. It's got to be there. Joy-Con 2. Okay. And on the right Joy-Con 2, we've added a new C button. C button. What does it do? People have been like speculating like crazy for that. It offers experiences. Whole experience. I don't know if I like that animation. Anyway, who cares? Is this Karen's old apartment? Built in to the OS. You actually see who's talking. Interesting. I like that.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo
wow.
Switch 2.
Nintendo's catching up to like the past 2 decades. So great. Now, the way this is presented, it's like, can you get video? But can you please use a real input, like via the USB, one of the USB ports? Built-in noise suppression. That's nice.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the
So they do
chat
have a
menu
video.
and turn on game
Oh,
screen sharing,
screen share. That's so good.
you can also share your game screen. Did you see someone just like go on top of that dinosaur?
Really? They can do that?
They can do it? You guys, I just did it.
But they also had a camera icon, so I wonder what that's about.
Oh, you trying to eat me? You trying to eat me?
Okay, I got it.
Mario Kart's really turning into Sonic, huh? Look, imagine the mods for Sonic, though. You could actually grind.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard.
A new Animal Crossing. Was this just the original New Horizons? Okay, so they're just showing Switch 1 games. They might have showed text on that screen for that.
So cute.
Might have shown. Okay,
You can adjust the size
so nice
of your game screen.
re-verification that, or demonstration that they can play Switch 1 games, but utilizing features of the Switch 2. That's great.
Or expand another friend's game screen.
It's a little janky to have them at lower frame rate, but I understand if they don't want to have a lot of performance overhead, so
Do a little wall
I'll
ride
allow it.
so everyone can watch them play.
I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait. Okay, I think we have to try that.
Ooh, okay.
This is going to be a good game.
Let's take a picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay! Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose mix. On the right Joy-Con
I wonder if that's going to
controller,
make it easier
there's an
for
additional
like, will people
button.
want to
The C
use
button,
that
you can pull up a
for
chat menu.
like creating content? Like, would that be sufficient where you didn't have to do Discord anymore, or would people still want to use Discord?
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more. And there's this.
And they offer a Switch camera as a product.
Hey,
This is very content creator focused, like very content creator forward, you know? And it built it with a built-in chroma key?
you can appear on screen and video chat while playing a game. Your face is on here.
Okay. They're really this is some next level, or this level finally, but like some very contemporary thinking that they're doing here. It's unusual.
Like this.
Like they're even integrating into the UI.
Go ahead. Left.
Content creators are obviously going to use this. This is going to be
Use the game
great.
chat. Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room.
See, so this is like
Or compete
OS level innovation that we need. This is great.
Chat while playing your personal favorites. Decide your own rules for a retro game competition. Or hold a sports competition between families.
Also, it's not even chroma key. It's like using machine learning, I guess, or just like some kind of algorithm to do background. What do they call that? Background transparency.
What did you think?
Automatically alpha, like doing.
Game chat. Our goal was for you to enjoy playing
It's keying. It's just not chroma keying.
including family.
I feel like I'm going crazy. Like my brain's not processing anymore. I can't talk. Okay, so they only showed one actual Switch
Saw in the trailer
using the
is
top
Nintendo Switch
camera or
2,
top USB port for the camera.
which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
I'll buy one.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
It'd be nice if it had a
However, since we'd like as
a
many
longish cable, so that people who have their Switches like farther than they might need for a camera would be able to use that camera.
we hope you'll try it out. Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always required when a child wants to use
Alright.
Game Chat to play with their friends.
So what else are we gonna see? We're gonna see maybe a few new games.
You can share with family and friends.
Still haven't talked about the mouse.
On Nintendo Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo
Yes.
Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game with Game Share.
Okay, so they're bringing that back from the DS. Nice to go back to like 2005.
Played if one person owns a compatible With Game Share, you can temporarily share compatible games with others who also have
When did the
Nintendo
DS
Switch
come
2
out?
or a Nintendo Switch system. You can share a game with up to 3 other systems at a time. GameShare also
What did they call that
supports online play with other Switch 2 systems.
on the DS?
You can use it with friends via game chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 55
Okay.
Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch. GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2, so we hope you'll look
Okay.
forward to it. Up next, we'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Okay.
Please take a look.
Mouse.
At 7.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch. The system's thickness remains the same.
Nice. Good to know.
With approximately double the pixels compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Good. Up to 120.
Screen supports up to 120 frames per second,
All right.
allowing for smoother
I can
gameplay and
feel
sport
like
titles.
the favorability of this console going up in the world right now. Like I can feel
LCD
people's
screen is
opinions
more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast
rising
between
on
light
this.
and dark areas of the images.
Very cool. How secure is this? Are they gonna like demonstrate that?
Controllers connect magnetically. Strong magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the system. Detach your controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
How strong? We're definitely gonna see like videos of people doing that. It looks so much bigger, so much better. That is absolutely an optical sensor,
Horizontally.
without a doubt.
The left and right sticks are now larger.
Cool. Mouse controls. Mouse controls.
Each Joy-Con 2 controller can be used as a mouse to play with compatible games. Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls. By adjusting the audio balance between the ranges, sounds from the built-in speakers are clearer and more natural in handheld and tabletop modes. It has a
Nintendo
built-in
stock's got to be
microphone,
going up right
so
now.
You can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat. It also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly. Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
Nice.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2 however you like with a large, sturdy stand. You can move it freely, like this.
2 ports. I mean, this is a lot of stuff that people already know.
USB-C port found on the bottom of the system, there's
The
one
more I look at
on
Mario
top
Kart, the
as well.
more I like the visuals. By the way.
It's handy for connecting a USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
I wonder how robust this camera system is. Like, are they going to be able to utilize it for gameplay purposes?
Nintendo Switch 2
Because it can cut out your silhouette, at least your head silhouette.
56 gigabytes of internal storage, 8 times that of
Could it do
Nintendo
head
Switch.
tracking?
For storing your game downloads,
Oh,
save
8
data,
times. That's pretty good.
reading and writing data
And games are probably going to be 8 times as large, so maybe it's not functionally all that much bigger.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock to connect to your TV and enable up to 4K resolution.
Oh, you can slide that all the way off. That's nice.
HDR is also supported in TV mode.
Nice. 4K output.
The Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool. This helps keep performance stable. On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible Nintendo Switch games.
That's a big
Physical
list.
and digital
I have to
games
imagine
are
there's
supported.
very few games that aren't going to be compatible. At least first-party ones. Like, maybe third-party games might not be compatible more often.
As you just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better
Practical gameplay features. That's the thing, that all of these really practical additions to the system are really good.
Hello. My
What's
current
happening?
location is actually inside the game itself. This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour, exclusive to Nintendo
Interesting.
Switch 2. I'm standing over here. Okay, everyone, join me inside the game.
This is cute. That's a cute way to tour the system.
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine them. This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?" The Joy-Con 2 controllers attach to the system with magnets. And those magnets are inside the system. The SL and SR buttons on the Joy-Con 2 are made of metal,
That's what people suspected.
so that's how they attach to the system.
I just hope that the coating on those
Magnetic
buttons
circuits
doesn't wear
form
off too
between them, so they
easily.
won't easily detach. Through examining signs like these, you can discover all sorts of secrets about Nintendo Switch 2. Another example.
That is
the
pretty
Joy-Con 2
cute.
controllers
I
and
like
mouse
this.
controls.
I mean, it's so
When combined with
unnecessary,
gyroscopes, you can even
but
do something like this.
it's cool.
You can adjust the position of the golf club and aim for the cup by rotating the Joy-Con 2. By combining the mouse controls and gyroscopes, things like this are possible.
See, now you're using systems in
There are secrets to
tandem,
discover even as you're playing minigames and tech demos.
like checks and balances, sort of like two different systems of detection to verify that the
Tiny
movement is what you
details
need.
might not notice until they're pointed out. There are plenty. Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour will launch
What was
as a
that?
paid digital
What
game
happened
on
just
the
there?
same day as Nintendo Switch 2. So please check it out.
They're even showing like the PCB. I like that they're showing the internals of the system in this game, or this experience. I guess it's not really a game.
This is the game card for Nintendo Switch 2 titles.
There's no little 3DS nub
It's
on the
same shape as
cartridge,
Nintendo Switch game cards,
but they
it's
won't
now
play on the
thin
Switch
and
one.
it has much faster data reading speeds. Next up is additional storage. Switch
Okay.
2 will only work with micro SD express cards. They're a different type of SD card and will make high-speed data transfers possible. Please note that regular micro SD cards used for Nintendo Switch will not be compatible.
Okay.
Additionally,
Pay
to transfer
attention.
data from Switch to
Don't
Switch
buy the
2,
wrong kind.
you can log into your Nintendo account to use the system transfer feature. With this feature,
So digital
you can
games will go over.
transfer save data,
Thank goodness.
digital
I like,
games,
I like that how that wasn't a given necessarily.
controller.
All right, so this doesn't split in half.
Which launches Game Chat, and on the back there are new GL and GR buttons, which you can use to assign existing
Oh,
buttons.
paddles.
In addition, an audio jack has been added. We've introduced a few new features.
Very good.
For today's presentation, the official Nintendo Switch 2 website.
I feel like I'm getting excited about like the bare minimum things that should always be there in a system, but
where the three of
I'm
us
relieved that they are there because that's not a given, you know? So I can't tell if I should be like anticipating
Nintendo Switch 2 launch date.
a positive reception to this because I'm not paying attention to social media right now.
Switch
But
2 launches on June 5th.
are other people getting excited for these features that should be there?
Get to experience it.
Like these are expectations, you know?
Now, broadly speaking, on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play 3 types of games. The first type is Nintendo Switch 2 games.
Hmm.
These games take advantage of the performance and features of Switch 2. The second type is compatible games that were released on Nintendo Switch.
I feel like they're just reiterating information for this, but I guess
Switch
it's
2 edition games are the third type.
okay.
Some games that were released on Switch will receive upgraded versions that offer things like improved visuals, unique ways to play on Switch 2, and more.
Are they going to talk about like performance boosts to existing non-Switch 2 edition games.
Please take a look.
Super Mario Party Jamboree is getting an upgrade on Nintendo Switch 2. The upgrade expands on the base game and adds new features, including mouse controls,
Nice.
audio recognition, more expressive rumble,
I'm still excited about the mouse controls.
camera accessory.
Splatoon? Are they gonna show Splatoon gameplay with mouse controls, please?
Let's check out 3 new and updated modes. First up is Mario Party mode. With a single camera, up to 4 players can join the festivities. You'll be able to see each other's faces as you play, so you can experience all the reactions and emotions.
Oh, the content. If people like, I know people don't necessarily like using Nintendo's built-in social functionality. Like the native game chat for Switch 1 was terrible, but I feel like people would actually leverage this for content.
Bowser will bring you on stage too. Hit blocks to collect the most coins.
So they're using the camera for gameplay uses. Okay.
Car with your voice. Go. And compete in other mini games using full body movement and sound. Finally.
So it's like Connect Junior. It's not super good at. It's not like the algorithms for detecting body positions and kinematics is not quite as robust, but
Shoot down enemies while you feel the bumps and rumbles of the coaster.
if they're doing it for Mario Party, they have to do it for Splatoon. Like,
A mini game will begin.
it would be a very Nintendo thing to do to not support mouse controls for a game like Splatoon, but I really hope they do it.
Spray paint and quickly tag objects. Enjoy the thrill of these
See, like I was hoping for, like they're using this mouse stuff for not just typical mouse cursor or mouse type stuff, but for more novel uses for an optical sensor. Like it's the Nintendo way to use an optical sensor.
even bigger. Super Mario Party Jamboree, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Jamboree TV, launches on Nintendo Switch 2, July 24th. Nintendo Switch 2 players who already own Super Mario Party Jamboree can upgrade to Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Jamboree TV by purchasing an upgrade pack.
Okay.
Please
So
look
like
forward to a new Mario
less than the cost of a full game,
see each other's reactions.
please?
Let's continue presenting some more Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games. Nintendo Switch 2 editions of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and The Legend of Zelda Tears of
Pretty
the
expected. I haven't beaten
resolution and frame
either game. I still haven't beaten Breath of the Wild. I need to do that. My girlfriend and I are going through this all the games right now because she's never played any of them. So
smoother, higher definition
I'll get there eventually. It's just been so busy in my life. Like I barely have time to play games in general.
adventures in Hyrule using Zelda Notes. This new feature can be accessed via the Nintendo Switch app on smart devices.
Interesting.
It's a game-specific service that's exclusive to the Switch 2 editions of these titles.
Oh.
For example,
So like mobile device integration for a game that's like,
books you haven't found yet.
Guidance activating.
I mean they do that already. Like Splatoon does that to an extent, but it's not, I don't feel like it's as in depth or as direct as this.
Or you can share your creations using QR codes and send them to
Maybe
another
I'm
player to create in their
Overestimating how integrated this is, but
We hope these features will make your adventures even more enjoyable.
another game I haven't beaten yet, Forgotten Land.
You'll be able to enjoy an additional story,
I don't want to look too closely. I'll take my glasses off for a second.
graphics, and frame rates.
So the improved graphics and frame rate, like frame rate's not going to be an increase on regular Switch 1 games, I'm presuming.
Changes. We hope you're looking forward to Kirby's new adventure.
So these Switch 2 editions sometimes have additional content.
And a Nintendo Switch 2 edition.
So they're gonna make me double dip, is what it seems like.
In addition to standard controls, you can use mouse controls for intuitive gameplay.
That's exactly what I wanted. Like, analog input for movement, mouse input for shooting.
60 frames.
Please put it in Splatoon.
Enjoy smoother action in full HD at 120 frames per
Are
second.
they gonna let us use a real mouse?
Choose from these two modes.
Because I can't imagine using a Joy-Con as a mouse for an extended period of time. Like, I never use the Joy-Con for actual gameplay. I always use a Pro Controller.
Pokemon Legends ZA, which is scheduled to launch later this year, will not only receive a Nintendo
The visual
Switch
downgrade for footage from Metroid to this. Like,
by taking
maybe it's a stylistic choice. I don't know. It just...
you can enjoy your adventure in Lumio City with enhanced
Game Freak
resolution
needs
and
more employees.
The Nintendo Switch 2 edition games you just saw will be available as both physical and digital versions. And if you already own the Nintendo Switch version of a game, you can play the Nintendo Switch 2 edition by purchasing an upgrade pack. We hope you're looking forward to these Nintendo
But the
Switch
digital
2
version of the game only. Which I buy my games physically, so that's not
Next,
an option for me, I guess.
Game featuring mouse controls with the Joy-Con 2 controllers.
Brand new game. Like a party game, perhaps?
Take a look.
I don't like that Switch 2 animation. I don't like it. 2 mice, please. Is it a DJ game? I had this thought before. Oh no, it's a wheelchair game. Interesting. I'm sure the sensor's like gonna be able to just track the optical sensor on your legs, I would hope. Why are their arms at a lower frame rate? This feels like a very armsy kind of game. Like, I wonder if that's the team that did this. That's cool. I like that. You can actually communicate. So maybe that's why the arms were at a lower frame rate, because the polling rate for online play wouldn't let you do... I mean, they could do interpolation between the times where the data gets, like, the packets get sent. I don't know why there has to be a lower frame rate. Am I seeing things? It is a lower frame rate for the arms, right? So the console has to be out in the summer, because this game's coming out in the summer. Like, they're not going to release the game without the console being out.
We hope you're looking forward to a new twist on 3-on-3 matches.
Okay, so I don't anticipate that this game is going to get a lot of traction, but if it did, I'd love to watch the pro scene play this game. Like, if a pro scene developed around it. Is this Elden Ring? I've never played Elden Ring. Wow. Okay. I feel like this console is like Nintendo innovation at its best. Like, most of the time, or a lot of the time, I'm not going to say most of the time, but a lot of the time Nintendo's innovations are sort of gimmicky, right?
Supergiant Games, here to say that Hades 2 is coming to Nintendo Switch
Nice. Okay, so we're getting
The sequel introduces the
a few third-party announcements here. Anyway, what I was saying is, like, a lot of times Nintendo's innovations feel very gimmicky. I feel like all of the things they've shown in this Direct
characters from Greek myth.
are, like, worthwhile innovations. Like, the social innovations are great. The mouse, like, it's never been a given that... It's always sort of been understood that when you're playing console, you're going to be getting sort of a compromise to the type of input that you can do for a lot of games. Like, shooters are so much better on PC, right? And it's not a given that for a like it's an expectation that for a console you're going to be using a gamepad, like a controller. So for a console like this to equally support the typical console controller experience and bring in sort of the PC Lite sort of experience, I feel like that's going to be really cool, potentially.
Initiating arsenal boot sequence. Weapon safety mechanism confirmed. All operating at normal levels. Testing data link with spine. Normal. Commencing launch. After 2 long wars where our freedom was restricted, we will finally be liberated.
I feel like I should recognize this.
I'm in need of a new arsenal, new equipment, and money. I'm for sale, and you're buying.
Is this a Monolith game?
Thanks for the warm welcome! This planet will be ours. The Sovereign Axiom, the Trinitas, has almost completed a weapon that was created to destroy all humanity.
No! Because we're in the middle of a war. Don't you get it?
I won't just stop you. I'll tear you apart! All children, bring hope to our
Oh,
lives.
Daemon Ex Machina.
Hey,
Okay.
this is Joseph Fares from Hazelight. I'm super excited for Split Fiction to come to Nintendo Switch 2. The game is a story about friendship. You play as Mio, who rides side
Isn't this the developer of like It Takes Two?
fantasy. Together, they get trapped in their own stories, and it's up to you and a friend to help them break free. Now, let me tell you this: if you like It Takes Two, you're gonna love this one. Trust me.
Yes.
Of course, you'll be able to play Split Fiction on the
Do I like It Takes Two?
launches.
I liked It Takes Two until I got to like the
Fans together across the
5th world, and then I was like, okay, this is getting a little monotonous,
excited to announce
particularly the narrative elements, but
Switch 2.
even some of the mechanics. I felt like they front-loaded the mechanics to be the best at the start of the game, but then some of the ideas for the later half of the game were not as good. I don't know.
Avalanche Software.
This is a lot of
Hogwarts Legacy
third-party
comes
games
to
that
the
they're
Switch 2.
bringing in here.
With enhanced graphics and seamless world transitions, you'll be immersed in the Wizarding World like never before. And the new mouse control.
See, I feel like we're at a point now where,
more ways to
I mean, maybe this is because I'm a Nintendo player and I don't play a lot of PC games, and I don't,
launches on the same
I don't see the cutting edge of game graphics, but I am kind of excited about the fact that on essentially a mobile device. I mean, I also don't play mobile games, so I don't see how advanced mobile game graphics are these days. If certain sponsorship ads are supposed to be believed, then graphics on mobile devices are getting pretty good. But we're reaching a point where it's really diminishing returns on how much you get out of cutting edge technology or cutting edge hardware. Like if a Switch 2 can look like some of these games, it really speaks to how far we've come technologically,
With them from IO Interactive. We are bringing our flagship title, Hitman World of Assassination, to Nintendo Switch 2. As the best assassin in the trade, Agent 47 does everything he can to
Like I'm sure if you were to put a game like this back to back with
impresses will vary with players' imagination.
like a PS5 version or a PC version, you'd obviously see differences, but
Same day as Switch 2. Plus, we are excited to bring another familiar agent to the platform.
is my audio delayed on this video? Project 007. So they're not.
The world's favorite spy is coming to Nintendo Switch 2, so stay tuned.
That's an early tease.
The story of light and shadow that never fades is reborn. Bravely Default returns, remastered in high definition,
Bravely Default, this is like the DS game.
that help you control the flow of turn-based battles, change and customize jobs,
What console did the original Bravely Default come out on? Was it DS or 3DS? I want to say it was 3DS. This looks like a 3DS game. This is a lot of third parties. I mean, this is how you get people, like, this is how you get your investors to really, you know, raise their confidence in your product right here, I think.
We'll have more games to show from our publishing and development partners, but for now, we'd like to show a game being developed in collaboration with Nintendo. Please take a look.
In collaboration with Nintendo? Koei Tecmo. Is it a Warriors game? Is it a Hyrule Warriors game? It's gotta be, right? Didn't one of the Warriors games say Hylian instead of Hylian? Am I imagining that?
Perhaps you truly have traveled back in time.
The Imprisoning War. Isn't that like a fan title? Like the label of the Imprisoning War was something that fans came up with. I didn't play the first, like, was it Age of Calamity? All right. This winter.
That was Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. It's being developed by Koei Tecmo Games with support.
Maybe the words imprisoning were actually in a Zelda game, but for whatever reason, I have this impression that that was a fan-given name for a portion of the timeline. It's been a long time since I've paid attention to the Zelda timeline, to be honest. I used to live on the Zelda board on IGN, and we would have discussions for like things like that.
And with Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack, you can enjoy a new membership benefit exclusively on Switch 2. Please take a look at this.
Okay. That's what I want to see. Nintendo stock going up.
Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack will be getting a new classic game library exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2. Nintendo GameCube, originally released in 2001. Here are the titles that will be available at launch. A Legend of Zelda game that looks like a cartoon come to life through cell shading.
That's how I'm going to be playing this with my girlfriend. Probably.
Link set sail on
I mean,
adventure across the great
I suppose I could play the HD version, but I really don't want to plug my Wii U back in.
history and the world. A tale of souls and swords
Eternally retold. Okay, that's a throwback.
fighting game. Each fighter
My brother and I used to play this game. I'm not as into fighting games as my brother, but
Soul Calibur 2.
nostalgia. Okay, so that's sort of does that count as an F-Zero announcement?
30 machines
I feel like if they're showing this, they're not going to give us an actual, like, new F-Zero game.
featuring the series first.
I mean, they could, but
Customization and story mode. Get ready to experience
a series first and a series last.
in games that support multiplayer. Up to 4 can play together locally
Very cool.
Enjoy these classic
Online
games
multiplayer for
with
F-Zero
clearer
GX.
quality and higher resolution than the original releases. You can also check the controls for
With
each
save
title
states.
and customize them to your liking.
That's a good reason to play the original.
More
I mean,
titles
not that
added in the
I have trouble with Wind Waker. It's a pretty easy game, but like I'm playing through Link to the Past right now, and there's moments where like, you know, I didn't feel like taking damage just there that stupidly. I'm just gonna rewind a little bit. It's a little save scummy, but I don't like sometimes old school games like retro games like that. I just don't feel like putting up with the shenanigans.
after the original GameCube controller will also be
A wireless, like a non-Wavebird-esque. Oh, that's so fun.
to quickly access Game Chat.
Game chat in a GameCube game.
Exclusively available for
We're going back and rectifying the fact that GameCube didn't have game chat built in.
Nintendo Switch 2. Whether you're familiar with the games or haven't played them before, we hope you're looking forward to Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Classics. Of course, you can
So are those
continue
textures on
select
Wind
games
Waker actually
on
up-resed?
Nintendo Switch
Like obviously it's not using the lighting system of Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, but
publishing and development partners.
I have to wonder if some of those textures wouldn't hold up and they'd actually up-res them. Maybe they're doing AI upscaling for that kind of stuff. Is it Undertale Deltarune? 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 2 new chapters for Deltarune. I didn't play chapter 2 yet, but I mean, what do you call it? Like, is it just Toby Fox, the company? You like, Toby Fox fans are eating today.
Borderlands 4, our upcoming flagship Borderlands game, will launch on Nintendo Switch 2. Borderlands
All right, so a new, not just a port of an old game, but some new games.
wild enemies and outrageous weapons.
I mean, given the types of like Borderlands releases on PC, right? So
We've ever made.
typically PC games you kind of have to support lower benchmarks
5 will be
within
shipping
reason,
live
but
months ahead, and there's more
are we going to be at a point now where developers are using Switch 2 as like their low benchmark for their releases, and so we can expect third-party support more strongly in this generation? Especially with the mouse controls, like Civ. You wouldn't have gotten a game like Civ on Switch 1. Like, did they release a Civ game on Switch 1? I actually don't know. Maybe I shouldn't just make that up in my head.
If you own the Nintendo Switch version, you can experience mouse controls on Switch 2 by purchasing the upgrade.
Okay, so they did release a Civ game, but it'll be better with a mouse, you know?
Hi, I'm Lionel Jinx, and I'm Ben Bishop. Our final announcement for today is that WWE 2K is coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
Okay.
Plus NBA 2K as well.
Oh.
We can't wait to see you in the ring and on the court.
Gotta get that demographic. There's people, I mean, like, maybe you call them a normie games, but it's an important demographic if you're gonna, you know, move systems. This looks like a fun party game. My stream froze. Well, there was a bit of a snafu here. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm on a sizzle reel now, so I think things are back synchronized. Looking at Professor Layton now, that's pretty cool. Tamagotchi? I was caught off guard with the Tamagotchi pronunciation. I thought it was Tamagotchi. But that is how a Japanese O would be pronounced, I suppose.
We've shown a lot of games so far.
Okay.
Next game will be the last from our publishing and development partners. Please take a look.
Is this a Resident Evil game? What is this? Hopefully I didn't miss too much on that sizzle reel. Like, I don't know what was happening, but I don't want to say it was just third parties, but, you know, it's not stuff I'm as interested in, so it's probably not a huge loss. What is this?
And transport him to a night of moonlight, to humanity's very dusk.
What is this Stigmata looking game? FromSoft. Is this a game that people already know about? I feel like I'm not as plugged into the world of non-Nintendo releases. Like, I don't know if this is a game that we already, like, people already, this is a game that's already out. I feel like a fake gamer for even asking, but it looks really good. If this is on Switch, like, we really are a PS4 game now. People were saying that it's sort of like PS4 Pro level power. Maybe that's not accurate. It kind of looks more like just base PS4 to me, but
Tears will flow for one, and one alone.
I feel like I'm dropping frames. The Duskbloods. Do we know about that game? I've never heard of it, that title, but $2026. Okay. Available only on Nintendo Switch. It's exclusive to the Nintendo Switch?
New game by From Software.
Brand new. Okay.
We'll be publishing a creator's voice article where the game's
That's huge.
Hidetaka Miyazaki will share more details about the game. So please check
I
it
mean,
out.
maybe it's only a timed exclusive, but
That's all from our publishing and development.
to get a FromSoft game as an exclusive would be huge.
Developers who appeared today, as well as our publishing and development partners who prepared footage for this presentation.
You gotta show us more of your own stuff, though. Like, please?
In addition to
We've
what
only
you saw
seen a
today,
few games.
our partners are
And
working
only,
on
like,
many
one
games coming to
big
Nintendo
one.
Switch too. We'll showcase more games in the future, so we hope you're looking
Like,
forward
it was Mario Kart and then the wheelchair basketball game.
to it. Next, please take a look at this.
Come on, show us a 3D Mario or something. Okay, we've got a little paper star floating in. Is this a Kirby? That looks like a warp star if I've ever seen a warp star. Oh, it's a Kirby. All right. This is a dramatic opening. It's a warp star that's not working. I mean, I know Kirby games can be dark, but they're usually not this dark at face value right at the start. Is it a Kirby Air Ride game? Could it be a Kirby Air Ride game? Is Sakurai working on Air Ride? Is this Sakurai's game? Because this looks like Sakurai, like cinematic right here. This looks like a Sora game, if I've ever seen one. Kirby Air Ride 2? Kirby Air Ride subtitle? Oh, this is so great to get another Kirby Air Ride game. Oh, they just... Kirby Air Riders. Alright. How many players? 24 concurrent players? Director Masahiro Sakurai. Yes. Alright. That's exciting.
Which originally released on the Nintendo GameCube system over 20 years ago, is getting a brand new game. We hope you're looking
Very
forward to
cool.
Kirby Air Riders, directed by Masahiro Sakurai.
I should have known that, like, that was such a dramatic opening. It felt very like Smash in the Black Void kind of a thing. As soon as it was Kirby and in a Black Void like that, I should have just guessed this is a Sakurai game, but a Mario game? Platonic game? With the googly eyes? What's this? Interesting. Oh no, my computer's gonna die soon. Might have to pause it real quick. I'm hitting pause. That's a monkey looking. Oh, it's a black cracked screen. I'll be right back. Right back. I'm gonna try to just make it through this. See if keep an eye on my battery. I don't have a way to plug in my computer at the moment. That is Donkey Kong. That is a good looking Donkey Kong. Is this just a Donkey Kong game by... Oh, I love the expressions. This is an EAD developed Donkey Kong game. No Mario in sight. He's Knuckles? Look how kinetic this is. The movement is crazy. I mean, if this isn't selling people on Donkey Kong's new design, I don't know what will. Like, this is a great showcase of why this design is a good idea. I like that they're... Look at that expression. Look at these expressions. And they do have some, like, rare elements to, like, googly eyes is such a rare thing to do. I'm not saying that Rare's working on this, but... Oh, this looks so good. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Come on now.
Brand new 3D platforming action game starring Donkey Kong, called Donkey Kong Bonanza. With incredible strength, smash through enemies, walls, the ground, and just about everything as you demolish.
Look at the destructible environments. Like, this is crazy.
In the future. We hope you're looking forward to it.
Thank you for watching so far.
So far? How much longer is this thing?
To recap, Nintendo Switch 2 launches on
I
June.
only got 5% of my battery left.
Finally, here are the hardware options that will be available at launch. We'll release Nintendo Switch 2,
Okay.
as well as a bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World.
I might need to, like, record my audio on a different computer because I don't have a port.
Which goes live later
The
today.
downside of having a MacBook.
We've covered a lot of information, but that's all we have to share for today.
You'll have to wait just a bit longer for launch.
Nintendo Switch 2.
We appreciate you joining us today. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, that was a great direct. And I'm anticipating that people are going to be very happy about it. Treehouse starting? Okay. I'm not going to watch this right now. This is pretty huge. Like, I don't really have time to do a recap of everything, but like, I'm feeling really good about this new system. Like, Donkey Kong Bonanza looks great. I'm gonna have to like come back and record some more about this or something like that. But okay, so I'm just gonna have to cut it off here. I'll probably post this. I'll actually post this. Thank you everyone for watching. Those of you who did. You know, I'm not really active on YouTube anymore these days, but you know, thought I'd treat you to something a little unusual. All right. Thank you so much, and look forward to playing with you guys potentially online on the Switch 2. See you then.